Hello, watch enthusiasts. Now, today I'd like to talk about a couple of things. Firstly, my interview with Bezelous. Now, Bezelous is a website which does horology journalism, and they've interviewed a variety of YouTubers who are generally focused on watches, such as Archie Luxury, TGV, and so on. And I'm honoured to say that they asked me to write answers to their interview, and I must say I was delighted to receive the email from them. And my interview is now up on their website, so do go and have a look at that. It may be interesting to you. Just covers a few things: my views on smart watches, um, my Grail watches, and so on. Now, next I have a couple of straps which were very kindly sent to me by BluShark Straps. Now, BluShark Straps produce a number of NATO straps of what I've seen to be very, very high quality. So I'd like to show you today. Now, I'd like to point out these straps have been sent to me for free, very kindly by Joe at BluShark Straps, but I will remain objective in this video because it is important that I remain true and sincere to my viewers. If I don't like something that's been sent to me, I will explain why and say what. But in this case, I really have enjoyed these straps. So I've had them for 2 days now, but I've repackaged them just to show you what the packaging is like. So they come in this cardboard box, which is quite nicely printed with the BluShark Strap logo. There's nothing on the sides, but if I just turn it round, it then has their website here. I won't show you the underside simply because it has my contact information and so on it, which I don't really want disclosed. So the box flips open like so, and inside here we actually have two different types of straps. We have their regular line, which is this, except this one has their premium hardware. This one's very nice. And we also have their Alpha Shark line of straps, which is this so far this Bond strap, which I must say is beautifully made and is a higher tier strap, which to me reminds me a lot of the Omega Spectre strap, and really does show similar quality. So I'll just put away the packaging and show you the straps. Now here we see the two different lines of straps in the BluShark range. So we have their regular sort of line of straps, which follow a very similar design to the classic military NATO strap with these transverse lines of nylon stitching. However, this one is fitted with their premium hardware, which, as you can see, is this flat stainless steel, which can be brushed or polished depending on which you select when you make the purchase. But I must say the quality, though it's made like a regular NATO strap, this is, as opposed to their Alpha Shark line, which I'll show you in a second, has that classic design of weaving across. Due to the touches, such as it being extremely supple nylon, but still retaining that strength inherent in a NATO strap, but combining that with the luxurious quality of these high-quality buckles and loops. Now, this does also have holes here to push out the spring bar, meaning you can quickly change the buckle if you wish to. But one touch which I really do like about these straps is the fact that the buckle, the tang on the buckle, is in fact a flatter shape, so it fits into these rectangular holes, which gives the whole strap a sturdiness which isn't seen on a lot of NATOs. Now, their higher end straps, the Alpha Shark line of straps, have this even stronger and beefier design on the hardware, as you can see, and this is again available in a polished and brushed style. And here, of course, I have the polished, but this one doesn't have the holes for the pushing out the spring bars, but rather due to this the way this is woven, there is space to put a spring bar tool in there to remove it. Also, this does have a slightly different buckle in terms of the strength of it and the design. This is altogether more elegant buckle, despite retaining that that strong, high-quality feel that one gets in these buckles as well. Now, what is interesting as well is that this hardware doesn't roll at all. In most NATO straps, this hardware will roll over due to its round nature, whereas these are fixed very, very firmly and inspire a lot of confidence. But the main difference here is the way the weave has been done. So as you can see here, the pattern is woven sort of in a longitudinal way with regards to the line of the strap, as opposed to a sort of a transverse, perpendicular sort of angle to the rest of the strap. And this strap does, if you look at the Bond NATO strap from Spectre, worn with that Seamaster 300, this is very, very similar and does resemble it very, very closely. But then when one looks at the price, it is unbelievable, considering Omega charge a couple of £100 for one of their NATOs. And these ones come in at far, far less than that. I'll include the link. I forget the price exactly, so I won't say anything. But it's a fraction of the price. But I'll include a link to both of these straps in the description, so you can have a look at them yourself, because I really would recommend them. And the only ever so slight flaw which I can see being a problem for some people is the stitching here can be a little bit sharp at times. I only noticed this after wearing it for about 15 hours straight. That I had a couple of red marks on the back of my wrist, just where the stitching had caught on my skin. But that was quickly fixed by just squashing down the stitching. It was just stuck at an awkward angle. But then that can be the problem with any NATO strap. So I was just pointing that out. Now, equally, these straps do look good in a number of watches in these sort of neutral colours. They do suit a lot of watches. So I have a couple of 20mm lug width watches here, just to demonstrate. So I have my Alpha, which is the chronograph Daytona homage, which I must say I've grown to really like. It's not a particularly high price watch. In fact, it's very low end, but it does work very, very well, and I do like it because at the moment I really couldn't afford a Paul Newman Daytona. Mind you, could any of us? So I'll show you that on one of these, on both of these straps. So I'll just put them on the watches, and I will be back with you. So now I've put two of my 20mm watches on these 20mm straps, and demonstrate the quality of these straps. So I thought this sort of cream, I like to call it sort of a white sort of gold colour. And it reminds me a lot of some of the straps worn by astronauts in the last century, I suppose, because it has that very sort of military look and feel with that gold colour, which was known on astronaut straps. I've also put the Alpha Shark, the more high-end strap, on my my Hamilton Jazzmaster, where actually it looks very, very nice. And does suit it very, very well. But this will bring me on to just something to bear in mind, and this isn't a problem with these straps, but it's more something just to bear in mind when buying a NATO strap for a watch. So as you can see, I'll put each of them on the wrist just to demonstrate. And I must say that the straps do have very different qualities in terms of the cream one feeling more military, while the Bond strap, the Alpha Shark, looks and feels more like a luxury strap. So here, as you can see, the strap, because of how supple this particular strap is, this piece beneath the main piece of nylon slips under very easily, whereas what one finds with a lot of cheaper straps and lesser quality straps, they catch like this. And become very uncomfortable, but it's nice to have one where it just sort of sits down here in a very comfortable way. Now, some people might comment on the way I've folded this, because I know some people like to fold them under and so on in different ways, but I suppose we all have our different ways of wearing a NATO strap. But as you can see, it does suit this watch very well. So these beige cream straps really will suit a number of watches, so I would advise them. especially from this brand BluShark straps. Now, this brings me on to the way the Hamilton wears on it, and I must say this Hamilton does look oddly enough like an Omega DeVille, Seamaster DeVille, um, on this strap, simply because of the lug shape, and because of a commercial Omega made with their new Bond NATO straps on a number of their watches. Now, as you can see, this strap is a lot thicker, um, while retaining that supple nature of the other strap here. So this strap is really a wonderful strap, and I can't wait to see more BluShark straps in this Alpha line. So I'll just put this on the wrist, and then I'll talk about a difficulty and something to bear in mind when buying a NATO strap for a watch, because a lot of people don't consider this when buying. Now, as you can see here, this again slips under very nicely and very easily, making for very comfortable wear. And what's nice about these striped straps, they do suit any colour of dial, really. These will go with white dials, grey dials, black dials. The only colours I think that they're more difficult to match with are sort of very, very bright reds or so on, in terms of dials, but very few watches have red dials, so it's nothing to really worry about. And I'd say that having a Bond strap like this is really quite integral to any NATO strap collection. Now, the difficulty which I will point out with buying a NATO strap for a watch is one must factor in the space between the spring bar and the case, because a lot of people buy straps and then realise that they don't fit particularly well. Now, this Hamilton does fit nicely on this strap, but it's a very tight fit. So as a result, it is difficult to take on and off. So this isn't a criticism at all of the BluShark strap, which I think is very, very well made and a beautiful product, but it is something to bear in mind when buying a NATO strap. If there is a narrow gap between the spring bar and the case, you may want to go for a thinner strap. So that was my review and sort of unboxing of these beautiful straps from BluShark Straps. Now I'll include the link in the description to their website and to their straps, notably these two, to allow you to go and have a look and see for yourself the good value of these straps. So thank you very much for watching. Do please like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed this video and would like to see more from my channel, because any subscription is really a blessing for a small channel like this. So thank you very much for watching. This is I'm on the Watch Guy, over and out.